I think one of the stories that you probably want to talk about is the fact that the moderators did fact check the president relentlessly all night to the point where it was basically a 3-on-1 debate, and they never once fact checked Kamala Harris for anything that she said, including several of the obvious misstatements that she made.
What would have been one of the ones that you think she should have been fact checked on?
Well, the fact that she said that there's no states where it's illegal for you to have abortions in the 9 months, and that's absolutely not true. The fact that she said that President Trump supports Project 2025, which is absolutely not true. And the fact that she said that he opposes IVF, which is absolutely not true. There are several other examples that we can certainly talk about it. But it was interesting that he was playing 3-on-1 because the moderators went after him continuously and never once fact checked Kamala Harris.
Okay, now many people had high hopes and high expectations for this debate. I didn't, and the reason why I didn't is because I knew exactly what would happen, how the left-wing media would run interference to protect Kamala Harris, and how we would get all these reports about, oh, she did so well, she's so excellent, Trump is so trash, oh, she destroyed him. Republicans, I hope you learn your lesson. You keep capitulating, you keep kowtowing, you keep bending the knee to the left-wing media, to Democrats, letting them slap you around. I hope you learn your lesson. Never again should a Republican, especially presidential nominee, never again should a Republican, presidential, high-level Republican, for Senate, anything like that, go to the mainstream media to debate their opponent. The Democrats never go to nonpartisan sources for a debate. They knew they have ABC News in their pocket. Even when we had Fox News host Chris Wallace a few years ago, it was still rigged and biased against Trump when he debated Biden back in 2020. These guys will not give Republicans a fair debate. These guys will not be neutral, no matter how much you talk about it, no matter how much you bitch and cry about it. Stop debating on ABC, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, damn all that. The mainstream media in general should be out of the picture when it comes to elections because they're all in the pocket of the Democrat Party. And someone like Fox News, they're still too biased and left-wing and want to interject. So I wouldn't even go to them because we can go back to 2015 up to 2020 and look at Fox News and how they've dealt with Trump. But this debate on ABC News was just a trial against Trump. It was nothing but left-wing talking points saying, Trump, you're bad. You're terrible. Why are you so bad and terrible? Hey, Kamala, why is Trump so bad and terrible? Every question is like, what the hell is going on? Trump, what are you going to do about the economy? Oh, Kamala, did you hear Trump? Is this proposal any good? Why is Trump's proposal terrible? Accusing him of crimes and BS that he didn't do, stuff made up and twisted by the left-wing media and by the Democrat Party. Trump, why have you committed crimes? Hey, Kamala, why did Trump commit crimes? Trump, you were asked by these black journalists about Kamala's race. Why did you say that you weren't sure about her race? Are you racist? Hey, Kamala, is Trump racist? This is the entire debate. Hey, Trump, remember that border bill that the rhinos and the Democrats passed in the House and you, quote unquote, killed? Why did you kill that plan? Hey, Kamala, why did Trump kill that plan? Does he care about illegal immigrants coming into the country, or is that a talking point? We're not going to mention the Secure the Border Act passed by Byron Donalds and other Republicans, real conservatives in the House. We're not going to talk about that. We're just going to talk about the left-wing one and ask Trump, why is he so bad and mean for killing the bill? It was a trial against Trump. Every question, they're talking about the 2020 election, January 6th. Like, what the fuck is going on, man? Are we going to talk about the economy? Are we really going to dive deep into this and get details about inflation, about people not being able to afford housing, about people going homeless, about veterans committing suicide? Are we going to talk about any of this stuff? Oh, no. Let's not talk about that. Let's ask Trump about fucking Charlottesville yet again. Let's talk about, the bloodbath. Trump said there's going to be a bloodbath. What? Let's talk about Trump's indictments conjured up by the Democrat Party. What kind of debate was this, man? Republicans, learn your lesson. Stop going out. And let's talk about some more stuff that they refuse to talk about. They mentioned Afghanistan. They didn't talk about the dead Marines. Did they say, Kamala, you were in office, 13 Marines died. Joe Biden was checking his fucking watch when they brought the bodies back because he didn't give a shit. Then they just had a ceremony, a memorial for him a couple of weeks ago. The families invited you and you ignored them. Oh, no, let's not talk about that. A left-wing nutcase tried to kill Trump, probably instructed or influenced by the Democrat Party. Oh, we're not going to talk about that either. We're not going to talk about LGBT elemental P issues because Trump might bring up tampon Tim. We want to trans the kids. We want to put tampons in the boys' bathrooms and do all types of weird sex stuff with children. They're not going to talk about that. Kamala Harris and Joe Biden tried to force the entire country to get an experimental injection, this fucking vaccine, this ludicrous COVID-19 vaccine, and tried to kill businesses. Fired 10,000 military men and women because they refused it. We're not going to talk about that. We want to talk about January 6th. We want to talk about the bloodbath. We want to talk about Charlottesville. We want to talk about Trump's an election denier. That's what this debate is about. Republicans, stop going on ABC, CNN, all these mainstream liberal outlets. Never again. So let's get into some of the media eating it up. First, we're going to look at Rhino Chris Christie.
Well, first, you saw someone, and I think Sonny said this earlier, you saw someone who's exquisitely well prepared and somebody who was not. Yeah. So, I got asked before the debate which Donald Trump was going to show up. Yeah. And I said, well, in the beginning, the calm Donald Trump will show up because he knows that's what he's supposed to be in order to do well. I said, but this is not a solo act. Yeah. This is an interactive thing. And as soon as either one of the questioners or the vice president would get him riled up, he'll go off.
You say he should be...
Now let's look at this host here. She was elated because the Kamala campaign was happy and she think Kamala did so well, even though Kamala lied her way and wasn't held accountable. And I blame Trump in part for that too, but wasn't held accountable at all for her debates. But apparently she won the debate by lying and dodging questions.
And look, the Harris campaign certainly thinks that they were, they put him on the defensive. They are going to keep getting out and making this message. She's going to be out there in those critical battlegrounds again later this week. They're so optimistic. They want that second debate. As Rachel said, the message from the campaign tonight, Vice President Harris is ready for a second debate. They're looking for one in October. They say, is Donald Trump, ? One last goading of him to end the night.
Wow, that is something else. I did not predict that.
So as you can see, the media's eating it up. Fat Chris Christie, Krispy Kreme, he's happy about it. The left-wing liberal media, they're happy about it. Even though I think she did a horrific job, even though when they asked her specific questions about her economic plan, she refused to answer. And other questions too. But let's look at Reince Priebus to give some opposition to what these idiots are saying.
On immigration. She had no answers when she was asked about defunding the police. She had nothing to say about the families that were lost in Afghanistan, which was a true layup. She should have been fact-checked a lot more on some of the things she said in regard to this comment about a bloodbath, which was about the auto industry. So, look, I think a lot of things were not said tonight that she needed to say in order to move the numbers. And I don't think Donald Trump's numbers move at all. They haven't moved at all for months.
Regarding what that lady was talking about, the second debate, the Harris campaign, they're elated. No, they're not. Because if Trump actually agrees to a second debate, they're going to back down. But if they do have a second debate, look, you need to go on Joe Rogan. You need to find YouTubers. You need to find somebody who's going to give the Republicans a fair shot. Go on Rumble, go on Spaces on X, and have a reputable person. It doesn't have to be some big level person. It can be a mid-level person, whatever. Don't go to the mainstream media. Stop going to these people. I wouldn't even give these people fucking interviews anymore. I would just let them die in their trash ratings. Because as much as Republicans, whether it's the Republicans and the House and Senate, the governors, whether it's us YouTubers talking about it, us conservative YouTubers complaining about it, as much as Republicans cry and complain about what the mainstream media is doing, they never change. And the Democrat Party always know that they have the left-wing media in their pocket to protect them, to defend them, to run interference, to run propaganda. So stop going to these outlets. Never again, man. But let me know what you guys think. Leave me your thoughts below. Share the video. Thanks for watching.